Hey Marco, how's it going? So are we like live right now? Cool. Hey everybody, I'm here. I was just finishing up some Pocky. I didn't want to, fill the microphone with my chomping while I had a snack.
That's fair. Did anybody
But yeah,
realize what song this is? YouTube people, do you realize what song this is? Sorry for everybody else. Like
Pocky, yes.
Baki ASMR. No. No,
Yeah.
no, no. It's in stage chat. It's in hashtag stage chat. There you go. Okay, we're gonna have to bear with me cutting a little bit from time to time, folks. I don't know what's wrong, but
You sound fine to me.
well, Brad,
But
sometimes your lived experience is not the same as everybody else's.
maybe you just need to spring for Discord Nitro.
Is that a thing? Would Discord Nitro fix all of my problems?
I don't know. Are we sponsored by Discord Nitro?
Are we?
Well, if we are, it'll fix all your problems. But if we're not,
Marco,
I
you
don't care.
seem okay now that Brad is here. Maybe that's just a microcosm of our relationship.
Story of our lives.
Story of our lives, indeed. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Well, yeah. How are you doing, Marco? Shall we start up, or do we want to wait a few more minutes?
Yeah, let's just chill for a little bit, maybe like
Okay.
3 more minutes as we wait for people to shuffle on in. Everybody,
Okay.
while we're waiting, how was your holiday weekend? I assume some people took
Oh, it was. Yeah. Yeah. Tell us about your holiday weekend, and we'll tell you about ours. Marco first.
me first.
Yeah. What do they celebrate for Thanksgiving over there?
We don't. We do not celebrate Thanksgiving.
You got the time off, so what did you do?
Oh,
Celebrate.
I rested after a long and beautiful work week. And I just got to relax a little bit. I spent some time with my mom's dog. And it's nice. She's a Frenchie, I think is what they're called. And she's pretty cute. So, I kind of spent that day just relaxing. I also played tabletop RPGs. I played some more Argent, so that's great.
Cool. Did you have any exciting dinners? Did you eat a spirit turkey for us?
What's the
Or
spirit?
a turkey in? Did you eat a turkey in spirit? I don't know. Do they even have turkeys out there?
No.
Like a turkey is the kind of bird you would only eat when mandated by tradition.
Yeah, because it's gamey, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit dry. I mean, you can cook it to be moist, but yeah, the typical Thanksgiving, the typical turkey roast is going to be a bit dry.
right. So YouTube chat,
And
we just relax and we chill here, okay? So
yeah,
you're gonna have
we
to
pause our Google Drive syncing.
Yeah, well, because the internet's being a real piece of work,
It's Chrome
It's been
and Spotify and Steam.
and Steam. Yep. Like, gotta
Steam
pause.
is the worst. The Steam updates.
Yeah, well, when you're like me and you own over 30 roguelikes because you buy a new one every week, like
You've only been around 30 weeks, Marco.
well, every week you can afford one because I can't keep buying.
I see. Well, they do keep coming.
Yeah.
I still think back fondly to Monster Train. All right, what's your favorite roguelike this year?
Oh, this year? So there's a one called Tiny Rogues that that came out, which is for all intents and purposes like The Binding of Isaac meets an arcade style Dark Souls game.
Huh. Okay.
So it's like a bullet hell Zelda-ish game, right? Where the graphics are all like super demaked, like super 8-bit-y, and the entire theme is Dark Souls, right? So like there's a bonfire, you kill things, you get souls, right? And like one of the
Yeah.
character classes is literally like deprived, like you're naked and you have a club, right? Like
Okay.
it's obviously Dark Souls. Plate Up is great. Oh my gosh. You know Plate Up, Brad?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've played some Played Up.
No.
I'm doing I'm still doing the space exploration mod in Factorio right now. That's
Well,
my video game. But I'm also playing Grounded right now.
only 39 roguelikes, only 30 roguelikes. Bullet Zelda,
quick
people.
Quixotic, you're also playing. Oh, you got the Meteor Point defense.
Right
Yeah.
this second. Wow. Plate Up. Hey, Plate Up. Plate Up. Plate Up is literally how I pronounce it. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone, we're gonna begin the show right now. Improper. So let's begin with our intro. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Level Up Livecast Cyber Monday edition.
Marco.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. That all came out in like you stopped for like 5 seconds and then you did like 6 seconds of talk in one. It was a little bit weird. But I'll reiterate in case Marco came out weird for everybody else. So not just me. I'm your host, Brad Talton, and with me, my incredulous, ineffable, indefatigable co-host, the amazing Marco DeSantos, also known as Mechanic Critic.
Yay! Wow, Brad, you did the intro so well on your own. It's like you don't need me
Yeah.
anymore.
What? Well, who would I have pointed to? There would have just been this ghost there.
A force ghost. I'm like Anakin. Deathloop, people are saying. Is Deathloop a roguelike, everyone?
I haven't played Deathloop.
Well,
But
everyone.
it sounds like a roguelike from the title.
It's a AAA game where you basically play Assassin's Creed / Dishonored, but it's Groundhog Day.
I'll tell you what. It's a roguelike. Convince me I'm wrong.
Sorry. What?
Is Tragedy Looper?
Tragedy Looper a roguelike? Alright, Brad.
Yeah, Tragedy Looper is a roguelike. Change my mind.
You know what, Brad? Real life is a roguelike, if you really think about it. Is that what you want? There's permadeath.
It's not procedurally generated. Okay.
And
Alright.
there's permadeath in real life too, you know? Every time you do
Yeah.
something, like every time I play a board game and I pack it up, I lose all progress, but there's meta progression in terms of my skill at the board game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
This is true. You unlock new life skills. Every time you perish. No, every time you fail, you unlock new life skills. This is why we all should seek failure rather than success.
we all should seek failure. Really,
Embrace your weakness, Marco.
embrace your weakness. Overcome your villains. All right. You know, so Kairu tagged me and said, "Been meaning to tell you that I've tried One Step from Eden and Reciteer on your recommendations, and I love them both so much. You're horrible at Eden, but it's a blast." I think everyone's horrible at Eden. That's kind of the point. The game is way too fast.
Yeah. I think I need the opposite of turbo mode.
The opposite of turbo mode.
Yeah, like chill. Do they have
Yeah.
a setting where you turn down the speed by 50%?
Obrut mode. I don't know.
Oh, well, I closed my Chrome, so I don't have the.
The docket? You don't have the docket?
Yeah, I don't have the docket in front of me anymore. So
Turn
now I have to
on,
open up
turn
Chrome.
on the docket.
So maybe my internet's gonna stutter. We'll
Came
see.
from Netrunner's stream on the new set. Now you guys went live. Guess I ain't sleeping. Well, Fenris, welcome. Wait. Netrunner new set? Wait.
I think the community owns Netrunner now, don't they?
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Life is the ultimate roguelike. Giga Gaming Gamer, you are correct.
Yeah.
Null Signal releases cards now. Interesting. Yep, the Netrunner community is making their own sets. It's interesting. So, like, did the community just democratize the game and go like, you know, we own it now?
Or Fantasy Flight open sourced it, perhaps.
The anti-cheat in life is too aggressive. If you try unlocking infinite money, actually,
now that you generate cyberpunk illustrations, I think you can make a pretty convincing Netrunner set.
That's true. Brad, have you tried unlocking infinite money yet? It's okay. Okay, everyone. Brad, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Brad.
Yeah.
It's very important.
What's up, Marco?
How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was good. I spent a lot of time with Linda and Catherine, and we went out and saw some friends for Thanksgiving dinner. We made some food, just mushroom stuffing. What else did we make? We made pumpkin pies. We cut up our Halloween pumpkin, and there was so much pumpkin that it made 4 pies, and they turned out quite good. So
Too much pies.
I was quite happy. I mean, they weren't like huge pies, but we made a lot of them, so we got plenty of pies.
You made plenty of pies? I like that. Oh, Brad.
Yeah, pies to the skies.
Pies to the skies? Oh, man.
Share with all the guys.
Make sure you don't get flies. I don't know, Brad. Do pumpkin pies even attract flies? Especially when there are guys? Do you eat it with a side of fries? Or is the world filled with lies? When will you realize?
Surprise. I know. All right. Well,
Are you okay?
Yeah. I just hang on.
This rhyming is a surprise. Wow. These puns will be your demise. I'll roll my eyes.
Yeah, wow. I'm definitely rolling right now.
Oh,
I'm worried.
Oh, Brad. Okay, Brad, you know, here's another serious question.
My word. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Here in the office, we've got some fun stuff doing. We just posted our bounty board.
What's a bounty board, Brad?
It's a list of all the games that we want to make, but that we don't have yet. So when we're looking for a prototype to design, we can, or we got a prototype idea, we can try and like move it towards one of these boxes. So we're not just making random games. We're making games with,
purpose,
that fill niches within the catalog. Yeah, fill holes in our catalog.
Right, because I think there was a joke that we said, right, where if we didn't have direction or a bounty board like this, 3 separate people would design 3 separate fighting card games.
Yeah, well, this has in fact happened. So, except that they weren't 3 separate people; they were all me.
Brad, please. Brad, please.
I mean, hey, if we can't laugh about it.
Yeah, truly.
But yeah, I wonder what the next one will be like.
I love how you're like, okay, I've made 3 fighting card games. I wonder what the 4th one would be like.
What's next?
What's next? Luckily, there's only 2 separate.
What would the 4th one be like?
What would the 4th one be like, Brad?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it would actually kind of be the 3rd one, because Exceed is technically the 2nd, and we have BattleCon, we have Exceed. I guess we kind of Pixel Tactics kind of fits, but
Dragon Punch.
I think like more like the team miniatures battle game that we developed, Marco. Like that's kind of what I think would be the next thing.
Oh no, you just dropped team miniatures battle game onto the chat. You know what you've done, right?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out what I've done.
Oh man. I think.
But yeah, I don't know.
Do we have a nickname for that yet? Do we have a? nickname. We should have a nickname for that. It can't be
I mean,
Falcon.
I was called League. We just wanted it. We just wanted the League license that we didn't get.
No, we need to come up with a bird name for it, Brad. It has to be a bird name.
Yeah. Well, Josh is in charge. Josh is the bird name distributor.
The bird name
name meister.
distributor.
Yes. All the birds are in his brain.
Oh! You're calling Josh a bird brain? Is that?
No, I didn't say that at all.
No. Project Anya. Oh no.
Uh, Dodo. Yeah, maybe Dodo is about right.
No. Oh man, you're already proclaiming it extinct. How dare you?
Maybe. But what else is happening? What else is happening in the world?
Yeah, give us an update on all of our projects, Brad. You know, we actually have less projects now than when we were beginning this year, which is good.
Yeah,
That means we're
move
fulfilling
forward.
them.
Let's move on forward.
Yeah.
Yep, we certainly get Imperial in the USA, but there was an issue with our with our shipper. So we got Imperial X edition. We're just not on the shipment, and we're tracking this down. It's likely that they just were in a separate container, and so didn't make it together with the rest of the stuff. But we're figuring that out. But it's likely that we, I don't know what's the word, that we will be waiting another week or two to figure out where those are, if it's any indication. But yeah, we're still working on it. Unfortunately, there's not much info at this time. We're trying to figure out where it is, and often following up is what makes like 500 copies of Bullet in transit somewhere. And I think we made an insurance claim on it. And by the time the insurance claim got approved and they sent us a check, they had found the pallet and sent it to us. So obviously we didn't cash the check at that point. But that's what often happens, is that the act of just doing all the follow-up to get to make a claim makes things appear.
Magic. Is it like magic?
Yeah, but everything else, and Chronicles, the errata, the trays, Himmel 9, Game of the Millennium promos, etc., Partridge in a Pear Tree. So, yeah. Under Night should be out everywhere except Canada. What we film it in the USA, we then break off a portion and ship that to Canada. So the game's shipped in Canada. So it takes a little bit longer, but we get to avoid customs. That's or at least you as the end consumer get to avoid customs. Have to pay customs.
You're right. Yeah, it's kind of we can.
And finally, Dead by Daylight.
Yes, Dead by Daylight, please.
Things are on track. We're still planning for a release in the first quarter next year. We had some issues with the collector's miniatures, so the collector towards clearing generator, and we had a real devil of a time getting the pegs to fit into the generator mini and to do 2 passes now, and those are working, so we're fully into production. And yeah, so things are moving along smoothly, and I think those are all of our big active projects. We are about to announce our next big project. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it.
Are you truly?
Um, yeah, I am, and I don't, I want to talk about it, but I feel like marketing will want to announce it, or at least tell me when I can announce it. Like they'll want to announce it uh, by email at the same time I talk about it on chat.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
So we'll share the debut of of Project Bald Eagle next time. Uh,
Ah!
that's coming.
Yeah. Hey,
Very
Brad.
excited. It's very American.
Very. Have you? By the way,
So American.
have you heard what a bald eagle actually sounds like?
Um, Actually, I feel like maybe I have, but I'm not sure. It's more
So,
like a shriek, right?
no, that's the point. That's not. That's not what.
Oh,
Yeah. So bald eagles, in your mind, they sound like that, like the shriek sound, right? That's
yeah.
what they use in the movies. That's not what a bald eagle sounds like. Bald eagles literally chirp like little birds. Like they go. Chip,
Oh,
chip, chip,
really?
chip, chip, chip. Like they go like that.
Huh,
So
that's cool.
yeah, like the shriek is from the Red Hawk. Yes, correct. I don't know, like something something. Bald eagles aren't as cool as you think
It's,
they are.
Marcus AWOL for the moment.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's wrong with the internet. Like,
I don't know. It's like it buffers up a bunch of your voice, and then it's
I'm gonna try something nuclear. Be right back.
coming up. And okay. Uh, hmm. Yeah, Marco's still trapped in the time stream bubble. That sounds about right. But hey, let's see what other things are coming out in the near future. So, last week we went to Asmodee USA. So we visited Asmodee and we talked to them about some small box games that we wanted to make, things that would be better suited for a, kind of a what I'd say more mainstream market. So what we'd call like trade markets, like Barnes and Noble, and maybe kind of like tier two mass, which is like drugstores and stuff. So so they gave us some feedback, and we've got a game that we're going to try to put into motion in the are exciting for us because those channels are very competitive to get into. So when we talk direct to retail, it's kind of an achievement to us, and not such a, it's not, what do I say, it's not like a budget release. Like this is something that we've been building up to for a long time. So,
Okay, is this hello? Am I back? Am I back?
I mean, we can hear you. We
Marty,
can hear you. I
Marty,
don't know
am
if
I
you're
back?
still locked in the time loop, but
I don't. Maybe the real death loop was the friends
Yeah.
we made along the way.
it was the internet that you met along the way.
Oh my gosh! Everybody, tell me
Uh,
if this is better. Like, hopefully it doesn't happen. I changed routers, so that's the nuclear because I had to go offline for like a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully our YouTube stream is still going okay.
Yeah, the YouTube stream just gonna. You can hear us? Okay, great. So there's some comments from the YouTube, Brad, that I want to just
Okay.
answer here. I'd be jazzed to be able
Sure.
to buy the replacement Millennium Blades Collusion character errata cards. We do not. No.
We're not like selling them outright.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you could talk to service about it.
Yeah, you could
See what they can do for you.
right, but I want everybody to understand that those errata cards, like, are barely like the games aren't unplayable with or without them. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
I think
like the-
it's
the
it's
era-
really for I mean, honestly, it's we gave them away for free. That's I think that a couple tournament players will find value in those cards.
right.
Um,
Like for
but
reference on how big this is, like the cards you're talking about are like 6 out of like 1,000 something cards, where like 6 of them are missing an element. Like that's it. An element.
Yeah.
Like not even like incorrect card text, not even one of the numbers is
Anyway.
printed to be 1,000. You know.
we don't need to dwell on it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
fair.
if you want those extra cards, talk to service team and they'll see what they can do to get them for you.
Right.
but don't sweat it too much. It's just not a big deal.
There you go. Um,
Um,
Teacher Mook
the
says, been a long time since I've been to one of the live casts. Just want to say on here, thank you. You helped me getting my game club started years ago, and it's still going strong. Thanks for everything. Also, New Exceed
yeah,
said, what box do you recommend for first-time players, Brad? For the new,
in Under Night,
yeah.
the Hyde versus Linne box is designed for new players. It's supposed to be a nice, a really good entry point. Yeah.
Hyde and Linne are pretty awesome characters too. They're pretty simple, and their game plans are pretty straightforward. So I would recommend that. Neil says, I got my Undernight. So happy with the standees. They're incredible. I appreciate the fact that Waldstein is properly massive.
This is good. Yeah. I don't know if everyone was here when we mentioned it, but a few months ago when we first got them, we talked about this problem where all the standees were normalized, like everyone was the same size. And we said, well, that's not going to do because Under Night is a game that's really all about scale. You have tiny characters like Lena and you have giant characters like Waldstein. So we had to go back to press and tell them, no, like you need to print these at these weird scales. And we went back and forth about it a bit, but we got it done, and I'm really happy with the outcome. That Waldstein towers over everybody, and Berkava's huge, and Gordo's Scythe really does take up 3 spaces on the board.
My favorite thing is if you put the Linne standee next to the Waldstein standee. Linne is literally like 1/2 the size.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like hunched over and everything too. So it's wild. But it was quite a fun project to work on. I think I was really excited. I know Under Night's not like, Arc System's premier license, but I was really excited as a fan of the series to be able to realize these characters. I've played a lot of hours of Under Night.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who've played the season and, know Under Night will appreciate just how well you've been able to capture, the game plans and the feel of each of the characters, right? Like, I've had people who are Under Night players go like, Gordo feels exactly like the kind of jerk I expect him to play like. So
awesome. Yeah, that's what I love to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, one player told me once, like I can really imagine the action in my mind as I see these characters move around because of, just from the way the cards and the effects, like it feels, the action is there. And that was, I felt really proud of everything that we've done for this game.
Well, I'm glad. We worked really hard on it. Hopefully, people who have gotten their games are enjoying it too. Sadly, Rosecat, no dice on selling the standees right now. They were available as part of a pre-order special bundle, but not anymore, right, Brad?
Yeah, we don't have standees like available through normal channels. We might have some left over, and it's again something you can ask for, but it's it'd be something we'd work out, especially for a single person, and it'd be while supplies last. So, you can ask, you can always ask, but we wouldn't, there's not a normal way to buy the standees.
Yeah. Fortunately or unfortunately. Brad,
yeah.
I have something to tell you.
Okay, what's up?
Because I think we've talked a little bit about all of our projects and all of our upcoming stuff, and I really want to get into the mid-show break. So Brad, let's take a mid-show break, everybody, where we will talk about some upkeep and talk about some gaming. So Brad, do you have anything you want to do for upkeep?
Upkeep. Well, I think that we should take a moment to give a short spot to our level booster fans, folks who have boosted this server, who give us all of the fancy features of life, quality of life that we have. So I want to thank everybody who's on this list, and who are, in fact, some of whom are listening to us: Geese, Mr. Crado, Mule 50, Quixotic, Holzmeister, and Ty Odin. Thank you guys for sponsoring us with a level boost. Just so that if you decide to boost this server, we give you a coupon in our online store, so you get back everything that you put into the server and more, and and you can get a shiny purple logo next to your name and be a server MVP. So if that's something that interests you, I would definitely check it out.
Awesome. How would you
Did I
do
miss
that?
anybody, or did I cover everything?
Well, if you want to do that,
Why don't you tell us now, Marco?
yeah. Well, if you do that, if you do end up boosting our server, make sure to send a support ticket to the C form, which I will now type in chat right now. And if you do so, you will be able to send a ticket stating that you're a level booster, and we'll get you that title ASAP. Also, understand that the coupon codes, I'm pretty sure no coupon codes ever stack on top of each other, like just by principle.
Shopify is changing some things about coupon codes.
Really? But
like, I think you can make them stack, but
now?
generally
Wow.
we don't. Generally, we don't allow coupon stacking, and I don't think we would change it even if Shopify allowed us
Right.
to. But that's not the. Yeah, I mean, if they're actually okay, if they're like dollar off coupons, you might be able to stack them.
Might.
Percent coupons, I don't think you can stack.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But there you go, everybody.
Yeah.
That's it. But I want to say something. Shout out to everybody who's currently here. I'm very thankful that you've decided to come and you've decided to grace us with your presence. This show is much better with all of you here. And as we mentioned in the email, if you came here from the email, we have a special gift for all of you who've attended today. So I'm gonna be posting a.
What is it?
Oh, we're gonna be sending you a holiday greeting card. So if you want that free holiday greeting card, right? Fill up this form that I've sent in chat, and I'm also gonna be sending in the chat on YouTube. And again, fill up this form by today. A few hours after this, after the stream, we're gonna close this form. So, yeah. So you have 24 hours.
I missed mentioning everybody who appears offline, because it only shows me the people who are online in the side here.
All right.
I know Shelby is also with us and is a level booster, and Duang too. So thank you both for joining us today as well, and for boosting the server.
Amazing. I'm very glad. But yeah, fill up this thing. You might get you'll get a postcard, and thanks for coming. We really appreciate it. And note that we really appreciate you being here again. You guys are the level 9, the real level 99 games. Was the fans.
You're the friends we made along the way.
Yes, truly. But Brad, more than just shoutouts, we're gonna be doing a game in our mid-roll break. Are you ready for my game, Brad? The game master.
What's the game? What's the game this week?
This month, our game is genre defined. Brad, I've gone over to Steam and have looked at some very decently popular games. I've decided to take some of the Steam user genre category tags from them, and I want you and the audience to guess what the game is based solely on the Steam user tags. Are you ready?
Well, I don't know how I feel about this.
Are you?
Oh man. Okay. Sure, I'm game. Although I feel like I'm not caught up. Am I allowed to open Steam and look at the Steam store while I'm doing this?
You can try. Yeah, sure. You know what? I'll let you. I'll give you that. That little helping hand.
I feel like there's 1,000 games that come out every day on Steam, and I only know the games of my favorite genres last month. I don't know. Maybe everybody's up to date on everything happening on Steam, but I don't feel.
No, these games are decently popular. They're in the cultural zeitgeist already, so no need to worry about me pulling a game that you've never heard of before.
I won't try hard. I won't sweat lord this.
You won't sweat lord?
I'm gonna do it from memory alone.
From the heart.
I feel like the wrong answers will tell you more about me than the right answers.
Correct. First game, RPG, action, dark fantasy, difficult.
Gee, Marco. Is it Salt and Sanctuary?
Oh wow, wow! You're purposely not picking the right one, huh, Brad? Huh, Brad? Huh? Huh?
Um, let's see. Is it uh Hyper Light Drifter?
How is that dark fantasy? You
I
tell
thought Hyper Light Drifter's dark fantasy.
everybody else in chat clown on Brad
Okay.
right now. What do you mean Hyperlight Drifter's dark fantasy?
Okay, fine. Is it let's see. Uh is it Demon Souls?
Oh, come on, Brad. Brad's just stringing me along like my ex used to. Come on.
Okay. Is this Elden Ring, Marco?
Yes, it's Elden Ring.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you see what kind of game this is now, right?
Sure. I get it. Okay.
All right, next one, Brad.
Although I actually think I would have said Dark Souls 3 over Elden Ring.
That's fair. That's fair. Time to die, Brad. Is this Demo with a gun?
Oh no.
All right, next one, Brad. Roguelike.
Okay.
Turn-based card battler.
Roguelike turn-based card battler. Is this Monster Train?
Oh, close. No cigar, Brad.
Okay. Is this hold on. Is it roguelike and turn-based?
Yeah, roguelike and turn
And a card battler?
And card battler.
Okay. Rogue Book.
Oh, Rogue Book. Oh, close, so close.
Oh, so close. Okay. Is it gosh, sheesh. Oh, I'm trying a total blank.
So hard.
Is it
Yamafuda.
is it Despot's Game?
Despot's Game? That doesn't even have cards.
Oh no! I felt like the characters were represented by cards.
No, they're just little guys.
Okay.
Shelby mentions
Yeah, that's it. Two steps from Eden. Okay, 2 steps from Eden.
2 Steps from Eden's not even a real game.
Oh wait, no, it's 1 step from Eden. No.
And it's not even turn-based, Brad. Yamafuda's
Oh, no.
a really interesting game, Brad. I think you would like it in particular.
Yamafuda yeah, that's the hiking one, right?
Yeah, that's the hiking game. I think you would be
Okay.
into that.
All right.
Well, chat was correct, Brad. They've clowned on you. It's Slay the Spire.
Slay the Spire? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Slay the
Oh,
Spire.
incredible.
Sometimes you just need to go with the first thing off your
I don't think
mind.
I would have guessed Slay the Spire.
Yeah, truly. Here's one. Multiplayer cartoon action platform fighter.
Okay, is this Nickelodeon All Stars?
Wow, got it in one, Brad. I can't believe it.
Oh, really? I was trying to avoid saying multiverse.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I guess,
In
I
attempting,
accidentally low-key hit it.
right. In attempting to zig on my zag, you've zagged on my zig, dude. Like, wow. It's on.
Okay.
Like, oh my goodness. All right, here's one. Okay. Here's one. Free to play. Strategy 2D fighter card game.
Free to play strategy 2D fighter card game. Oh gosh, is that BattleCon online?
Wow, you did it! You actually did it, you madman!
Yeah, I did. I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, when you talk about fighting card game, there's not a lot of fighting card game.
I thought
video
you were
games.
gonna say Yomi, bro.
Is Yomi on Steam?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't even remember. Okay.
All right. you may have outsmarted me, but I outsmarted your outsmarting. Thanks, Jojo. Here's next one. Okay. CRPG fantasy turn-based strategy.
Wait. Okay. CRPG.
Yes.
The computer RPG. Okay. All right. Turn-based strategy.
Fantasy.
Fantasy. And it's fantasy. Gosh. Is it the Etrian Odyssey?
Etrian Odyssey. Okay, chat. We need to clown on
Yeah.
Brad. Etrian Odyssey is
What?
not a CRPG. What are you talking
Wait.
about?
Computer RPG is like the old, like, like Fallout 2s or the original Dungeons and Dragons video games, right?
No. Yeah, I mean, I
No.
guess it's like CRPG is more like Planescape Torment, right?
Okay. Well, see, when you say CRPG, I'm thinking like Dungeons and Dragons, the old NES titles.
Okay. Wow. Like literally, like the
But
first-person dungeon crawlers.
yeah, and maybe I'm mistaken. Okay, because I think now that I'm thinking about it, CRPG is more like it's like Baldur's Gate, Fallout 2, Planescape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Never mind. Okay. Cool.
well, what is it?
Um. Well. Gosh. Is it Shadowrun?
Oh, Shadowrun's a pretty good guess. It's not, but it's fantasy.
I mean, Shadowrun is fantasy, but it's more cyber than fantasy.
It's sci-fi
Let's
and
see.
sci-fi. Like not sci-fi,
Yeah.
it's sci-fi.
It's sci-fi. Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't play many of these games.
Oh, Brad,
I don't play many of these CRPGs.
in my language, so you guys have a term for like, do you give up, right? Like you say that when there's like a game and you
Yeah.
have to guess. In my language, you say siret. So Brad, siret.
Siret. Oh, okay. Sure.
It's Divinity, Original Sin.
Divinity. Oh, okay. I played Divinity 2, I think. Divinity is a long time ago.
Yeah, nobody in chat guessed it, but somebody guessed
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate, which is from the same devs. But it's fun.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's one. This one's the hardest one, I think.
Okay.
Medical simulation management funny.
Okay. I mean, the obvious answer would be like Surgeon Simulator.
Okay.
But I think there's also like a hospital management game from the guys that did like Prison Manager. I can't remember what it's called.
Well, chat said 2-point hospital, and chat is correct. Wow, chat got that like in one.
After 2 steps from Eden, I stopped trusting chat. Just gaslight me.
They're just gaslighting.
Giving me games that don't even exist, like they're the right answer.
Truly. It was actually 1-point hospital. 2-point campus is a pretty good.
Is it what?
No, it's 2-point. It's 2-point.
2-point hospital. Okay.
Oh my gosh. There you go. I don't have approximate knowledge of many things. That's right. Fan the human boy. But there you go, everybody. That's been genre defined. Hopefully you had fun with my little game. And again, thank you all to our level boosters, to all of you who are here. And if you want your holiday gift card, make sure to fill up this form that I'm going to be linking again, just in case people missed it the first time.
Yeah.
Brad, speaking of being thankful, I want to say something. Gaslight yourself into being happy.
Oh, that's what you want to say?
No, that's what chat
You
just
read
said.
no. Okay, but for the people on YouTube, that was a GIF that somebody posted.
Yeah,
that was
somebody-
not Marco's advice to be thankful.
Yeah. So, I think for the second segment, I want to, in Thanksgiving tradition, I guess, right? Let's talk about the things that we're thankful for this year,
Yeah, I think that's great. Let's talk about what we're thankful for.
Well, do you want to start,
You want
Brad?
to go ahead? I've been talking a lot. Why don't you go?
Okay, yeah. Well, I honestly, this year's been kinda rough for me personally. I had some personal problems, but it's always nice to be able to come to the show and come to the server and talk to all of you and talk about roguelikes, talk about card games, all of these cool video games that we can play together and talk to each other about. I don't know how much, I don't know if you guys like fully understand this, but the idea that I can play Marvel Snap and every time something pisses me off or I find a cool new strategy and I can go into this chat and post a screenshot of my Marvel Snap and there will be people who'll reply to me, that's awesome. And to have those same people be the kind of people where they'll post some rhythm game garbage that makes me dizzy and tag me, or I find a new roguelike and we just post it to the roguelike hive mind and everybody starts recommending roguelikes. Yeah, there's just something special about the community we've built here, and I truly appreciate that. You guys get me through some really rough days, and it's been fun. So thank you so much for that. I've also been really thankful for all the wonderful games that have come out this year. In particular, games like Marvel's Snap and Against the Storm has been very nice. And for all the wonderful games that are going to come out. Because even if the games aren't out yet, having something to look forward to really helps you get through a day, Marvel Midnight Suns is coming out in like 4 days or something, and I'm bogged as hell about that. So, there's that. I'm also really thankful for you, Brad. Outside of the default employment stuff, I really appreciate your friendship. And this year, I've been able to do some things that I've never imagined I'd be able to do, like design my own board game and develop a IP that I really, really enjoy. 2 of them, at the very least. One of which you guys already know because we posted about it before. And I'm glad that we're able to finally make that come to life in all of its rock and roll fashion.
Yeah, we'll see where things go. But I am grateful indeed for all the opportunities that lay ahead.
Yeah. And so, I'm thankful for your support, your mentorship, your friendship,
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, Marco, but don't gush too much about me on the
look,
chat.
man. All right.
I know. We're
literally the
I
segment.
appreciate you too.
Literally the segment.
I know. It's a segment, but
come on. Okay, fine. I'll put a stop on that.
You make me blush. You make me blush too much, even though we're not on video.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Everybody just imagine Brad going like, anime girl, wide eyes, blush. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Cursed. But I'm also
Cursed,
but I'm also really thankful for my family, my partner. Things aren't always perfect when it comes to family. I assume many of you can relate to that. But at the end of the day, my family stands by me, and maybe even if it's not perfect, that's enough. Oh, and of course, I'm thankful to Argent, my friends at Argent, who who also get me through the week by giving me something to look forward to. So
your RPG group.
Yes, my Adventures at Argent RPG group. They've made so much fan art. It's gotten to a point where we have an official OST now, Brad. So
oh my goodness. Wow.
The deep lore. We have an OST for this. If y'all want me to share the OST, I can. But there you go. Wish that were me. Well, yes, cool. Share. Okay, well, I'll share it in the chat while Brad talks about what he's thankful for.
Yeah, well, I think, I like you said, Marco, I'm really thankful for you and for all of our team members. I think that we've really seen the whole Level 99 Games team really come into our own this year. Understanding our different roles and finding our places in the organization, and really sort of getting a direction for the organization. So I'm really grateful to everybody who's put in all the time and energy to make this happen and to make all these dreams come true. And especially, of course, to family. Grateful for my wife and my little girl.
No.
And they are my joy. And and for family. And there's a lot of things to be excited about. There's a lot of cool things coming up in the near future. Mostly I am I'm thankful that life is good. Life is good. Life is great. And feel so blessed. # blessed. There you go.
Blessed.
No. That's my no, not the picture. Just the feels. So anyway, I don't want to gush too much on the stream. I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing that already. But
What?
you know, I
Brad,
really
okay.
appreciate. Hey, let me finish. Let me finish. I just want to say I really appreciate all of y'all who are here and listening in, and all of y'all who supported us this year by being a part of these projects that we do.
Oh.
So, thank you all so much for being a part of Level 99, because you really make all this possible. You know, it's we do it, but you make it real.
Oh, that's a cool tagline. We do it, but you make it real. Oh,
I don't know if that's I don't know if
I
that
want
makes
that on
a
a
great
shirt.
tagline,
I
but
want
it's
I want that on a shirt now. Like next to the cringes the crave, we have that.
I don't know.
Wor-
Ay, ay, ay.
Words of
Oh
wisdom
my
from
god.
Brad. I can sort of blame the server for hype-related injuries. Hello? Are you okay, Spot?
Ay, ay.
Below
All right.
waifu, Brad? Oh no.
Burgeoning line of level 99 t-shirts. Level
Just,
99 inspirational t-shirts.
oh my gosh. That's true. Brad,
All
I
right.
already know it. I know the third shirt. It's a picture of
Uh,
me, right? And it just says, everyone is a brawler. In like cursive font.
I see like the metal black letter font.
Yes, exactly.
Ay, ay, ay.
Level 99 Book of Inspirational Quotes. Okay, we have like an extra 5 to 10 minutes. So we're gonna open the floor up to some Q&A. If you want to ask us some questions before we end the stream, please feel free. And we'll answer them to the best of our capabilities, but understand that we won't have time to answer all of it. So get your questions in, and we'll just answer it pretty quickly here. While we're waiting, Brad, I wanna tell you something. I think you would enjoy this game called Against the Storm.
Against the Storm. Is this mobile or Steam or what?
It's on Steam. It's a roguelike.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you're
What do you need to say?
that's it. Nothing else.
Okay.
You've ever played
Against
Warcraft or any
Storm.
of those strategy games where you need to like collect resources and like build?
Yeah. It's a roguelike RTS?
So yes and no. It's a roguelike RTS, but only the first 15 minutes of any RTS.
Okay.
So it's all about the resource collecting and the building and the base building, but there's no combat. It just ends before you ever need to do combat. Does that make sense?
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I understand that.
Right.
Huh.
So the game
Interesting.
loop is literally you find some cordoned off godforsaken forest, you establish a town in that forest, and then
And the big storm comes.
well, yes, but the yes, and then you establish a new town, kinda. So
Okay,
it's,
so yeah, it sounds a little bit like Frostpunk or Timberpunk.
yes, it's Timberpunk, but a roguelike. That's it.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. I feel like Timberpunk would be better if it was a roguelike anyways.
That's exactly my point, right? I was like, it's Timberpunk,
Yeah.
but a roguelike, so it's better. So
Yeah.
there you go. Okay. What will you do when you
but
run
yeah.
out of birds, Brad?
We'll go to dinosaurs.
We'll go to dinosaurs. We de-evolve.
Yep. Yep, like the Mario Brothers movie.
Oh man. Are there reprints other than BattleCon and The Work? I'm just gonna skip over the Mario Brothers thing. Are there any reprints other than BattleCon and The Works? I saw in an old blog post that there were some, but the icons were too small for me to make out some of them.
Yeah, so let me tell you about our reprints in the works. All right, BattleCon Devastation, BattleCon Trials, Pixel Tactics Legends, Pixel Tactics 1, Argent the Consortium, Millennium Blades. That is what you'll find on the reprint truck.
Well, wait, there's also
all
deluxe
top
bullet
games.
tokens, right?
Oh yeah, Bullet Heart, Bullet Star, Deluxe Bullets, Bullet Orange, all in reprint. But we also have those in stock. It's mostly Asmodee that's restocking those.
Okay, makes
Like
sense.
if you wanted, I guess the deluxe bullets are out, but everything else, if you wanted bullet, yeah. We are talking about, there's no changes. There's strict reprints, and we are talking about more bullet in 2023. So look out for more bullet stuff. Beethoven is just the beginning.
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
So I hope y'all enjoy Beethoven.
Oh, Beethoven's so fun.
And I think we have another bullet character to announce next month, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Okay. The coolest bullet character is coming next month.
Wait, what?
Um,
Hello?
yeah.
Are you just gonna proclaim that she's the coolest? Oh, she's a she. Well, of course, it's Bullet. But
Yeah. Yeah. She's the coolest. I those games will be on Amazon once. Those games will be available on Amazon once Asmodee gets a hold of them, because Asmodee does the Amazon listing.
okay, Brad, here's a really cool question. Do you have a detail you're most proud of in a game you made? For example, it blew my mind that all the BattleCon Dragon characters have counters as like a mechanic. So what are you proud of? You've made so many games, Brad, but like, what's a detail that you're very, very proud of?
Um. Hmm. 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 Let's see. A detail that I'm really proud of in a game that we created. Gosh.
There's too many games, Brad.
There's a lot of games. I don't. We don't have that many. I don't think we have that many Easter eggs. I think the BattleCon, like the way that different types of characters work, like like all of the different fantasy races each have their own sort of styles of play is a really cool detail. But I don't know how many like other little details there are like that.
I mean, even if it's just like a mechanic or like a character you were able to represent well, I think that.
I think there was yeah. I think like Mystic Empyrean is probably the one that I had like, because it was the most presumptuous game I've ever made. It probably has the most cleverness in it too.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I really liked how. So in Mystic Empyrean, this was a role-playing game, and you, when you role-play certain personality traits, you get powers based on those traits. And so one of the things we did in that game is we took traits that were not very good role-playing traits, or traits that made that are like boring.
Right.
And we gave them negative powers. So if you role-play in a very passive way, or you're not engaged, you get debuffs. And your friends at the table give you debuffs that you have to get over. So
you have to roleplay better to get stronger.
Yeah, so they tell you to roleplay better. But the other thing is that if you lean really heavily into the debuffs, they eventually become
good,
really powerful buffs.
Right.
So you could take it the other way, and if your friends tell you like, "Hey, you got to stop playing this way," you can lean even harder into it, and you can embrace the trait instead of trying to overcome it.
Here's my favorite one of those. I believe the trait that's tied to it is like literal passivity, or like being a pushover, right? And if you do that, I think your body turns into edible food, like bread or like steak or something like that. And basically it sucks because now people can eat you, and like things can eat you, and like it's terrible, and it's all terrible until you get to the very, very end of that track, where it's like, well, yeah, people can eat you and you're edible now, but you can literally regrow from even the smallest modicum of food. Like, you're basically functionally immortal because of it. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's there's weird powers, and this is a game where you play as like weird spirit creatures.
Well,
so it's
gods.
Not,
essentially, you're like gods, right?
Yeah, you're essentially gods.
Right.
So there's a certain level of kind of like, mythological weirdness about the game.
Right. Like, it's very like.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So that's probably the cleverest detail in a game that we've made.
That's fair.
At least that I've made. I don't know that I appreciate that level of subtlety anymore. The older I get, the more I appreciate smooth edges.
That's
on
fair.
Things. But
the grizzled
when I was
veteran
a young artiste, that was what I used to make.
Young artiste. Mine is very simple. I have two. Mine is, I really like that all of Nawa's recipes are Filipino food. I really wanted to include a lot of Filipino like nods in her without being like too heavy ham-fisted with it. You know what I mean? And I think food is like such a big part of our culture that Just having the food there, people who know Filipino stuff will know. The second one is in Mega Man All Stars. So, in particular, I really like the design on some of the later Robot Masters, like from 8 to 9. Because I just really like how some of them feel really aggressive. So there's this one. Okay, so there's this one boss, I forget the name right now because there's way too many bosses. Where you like in that Mega Man where you kill it and then it turns out that wasn't the final boss and it turns out there's a different final boss. This isn't Alien, it's the other one. It's a ball. It looks like a wrecking ball. Brain.
Yeah, that's the like Mr. X, right?
Is it Mr. X? I think it's Mr. X, right?
I think it might be Mr. X.
Yeah, but anyway, the point is that in All Stars, right, when you beat that boss, it's a really weak boss or like a mid-level boss, and then when you beat it, it just literally says, take this boss off the board and replace it with a different one.
Yeah.
So there you go. Your Filipino friend adores Nawa. Well, great. She was literally made for us Filipinos out here. But there you go, Brad. Here's a last question for you in particular, because I know you're a big fan of this. Would you like doing a board game based on Blaze Blue? Like, not just Exceed, because as you should know, Alice, we already have Blaze Blue as an Exceed season. But Brad, would you be interested in something like a board game for Blaze Blue?
You know, I like Blaze Blue. I like the character designs. I think that a board game set in Blaze Blue has to be a fighting game because it has to do what the license does, right? Like, you wouldn't want to play. I mean, I guess some people do like to play Zelda Monopoly, but
Zelda Monopoly.
You know, if we got the Zelda license, I would not make Zelda Monopoly. I'd make an open world, Zelda adventure game, right?
Yeah,
that's what it is. And I think that's kind of the thing, is that you could make a kind of like move around the board and tell the story of Blaze Blue.
Oh no.
But the story is so convoluted that you have to involve time shenanigans. So there'd have to be multiple versions of the board that exist in different timelines.
Obviously, there's just 3 separate timelines, and you have to put the events in them.
Yeah, like that's the like. So I don't know what a Blaze Blue board game would have to be, but it would have to be something really different. I do think that I could make a Street Fighter or a Street Fighter like actual move around the board type board game, or a Soul Calibur move around the board type board game. I always thought Soul Calibur 3's story mode, where you like travel around the world and fight people in different locations in Europe, was super cool. And I always thought that would make a great board game adaptation.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, but Blaze Blue, I think, is maybe a little too obtuse.
Wow.
In the story.
Brad, how dare you? How dare you? The story of Blaze Blue is so logical that logic is an actual concept in the story. So, like, how can you say it's illogical?
I didn't say a lot. I said obtuse.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fair. That's fair.
Anyway,
got him. Curse you, Brad, and your ability to
Star-Lord voice. Got him.
Got him.
All
right. Well, Brad, I believe
I'm playing too much Marvel Snap too.
Dude, okay. Wait. Before we go, what deck are you running right now?
Right now, I have. Let me open up my deck and I'll see.
Obtuse is so illogical, SMH.
Okay, so my probably my best performing deck right now: Human Torch, Iron Fist, Ebony Maw, Dagger, Craven, Cloak, Doctor Strange, Vulture, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Heimdall. How about you, Marco?
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's the movement deck.
Well, no, it's not the movement deck, but it's
it's the movement deck I have.
Yeah. So my deck is a bit more unhinged, because I've been on a losing streak with some of my decks, and I've decided to change it up. So I'm running a Mr. Negative deck I call Martin Lee. For people who don't know, Martin Lee is Mr. Negative's like human name. What do you call it? Secret identity, I guess.
Yes.
Here's my deck list for people who want it. It is Angela, Psylocke, Ironheart, Morph, Wolfsbane, Lockjaw, Mr. Negative, Jubilee, Iron Man, White Tiger, Blue Marvel, and the topper is Jane Foster, Mighty Thor. So here's the combo, Brad. When you do Mr. Negative, it swaps all of the costs and powers of cards in your deck, right?
Right.
Ironheart, Morph, and Iron Man are all 0 power cards that have some cost.
Yeah.
Right? Jane Foster, Mighty Thor draws all 0 cost cards from your deck.
Right.
So when you swap Iron Man, Ironheart, and Morph's power with their cost becomes 0, and Jane Foster draws all of them.
Yeah, I kind of had, like, I had a Lockjaw deck, which was kind of like a similar idea. The trouble with that deck is that I don't like a deck that when I draw a card, I know that the deck stops working, right?
That's
like when
fair.
I draw a card, I want to feel like I've got a new tool, not that I've lost a tool. And that's what that deck is that, like, if you don't hit negative, or if you draw into your bombs early, they're like, the deck actually is not playable.
It's mediocre at best. But you know, that's the beauty of Marvel Snap, right? I love running like combo decks in like Hearthstone and Magic. So, you know, the game kind of lends itself to that. Like, I don't need to win 50% of the time, right? I just need to win enough cubes. And the thing about combo decks like this is that your opponent has no idea what your possible top end of power could possibly be, right? Because, you know, the entire point is that before turn 6, my board is almost empty, and then on turn 6 itself, I play like 4 cards.
I mean, if you want to play the real Marvel Snap, you can just play an Agatha Harkness deck, and your only decision point is, do I snap
or retreat?
Yeah, snap or retreat. It's so pure.
It's so pure.
It's the essence of the game. But I have to get going. Thank you all so much for your time. It's great to chat games, chat Thanksgiving, and update you on everything that we're doing. Thank you so much. You all have a great one, and you know, go in thanks.
Go in thanks. Cyber Monday, Cyber Sunday. Everybody, thank you all so much for coming to the Level Up Live cast. It's been me, your host, Marco DeSantos, also known as the Mechanic Critic, possessed by the power of the quantum time stream. And with me has been the ever amazing, ever wonderful, ever thankful, and ever magnanimous president of Level 99 Games himself,
Brad Talton.
Thank you everyone for coming. Happy gaming, and hopefully you get all your postcards. Bye!
Bye-bye.